Um, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of today's presentation? The purpose is, yes, to get the students to understand where do they stand, uh, what do they need to do if they want to be in the financial industry, because financial industry is not a watertight industry. It has opportunity for every qualification, be it a biotech person, be it a science person, in different roles, be it a expert. So, example, I'm just giving an example. If it's a biotech person, they can get a job later on with a consultancy which is analyzing companies, right, who are in the biotechnology field, but their financial numbers. I'm just giving a vague example. What I'm trying to say is that the financial industry is a overall encompassing industry for every other opportunity. Um, Having said that, maybe I'll start with the background of what BFSI is. Though I have seen that the college already is aligned with the skill councils and knows fairly about where do the sector skill councils stand. But still, for the benefit of the students as well, I'll just take you to the brief of where do sector skill councils stand. Um, if you see the chart, you have the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, which takes care of skilling. The ministry formed National Skill Development Corporation for taking forward the skilling policy and its implementation. So the ministry created the policies, but it needed someone to implement it on ground. Yes, then they created NSDC. Now, NSDC cannot roam around everywhere in the sectors. So, NSDC created arms, okay, around 38. So, sometimes it's 38, 39 arms for each sector. So, like Sir just some time back mentioned that there is a Life Sciences Skill Council. Yes, it's one of the arms which manages a life science as a complete sector. Similarly, there's BFSI. So BFSI as a skill council manages the complete financial industry. Now, what does that mean is any growth, any skill, any strategic decision that the ministry takes in terms of where do they want the youth to move next in the financial industry, it consults with us. If it has to understand in the financial industry, if the youth have to get more employment, what are the various roles, what is the information they need to have, what is the skill they need to have, so that more and more corporates come forward and take them. Okay, they come to us and we do our research and we come back with the content and the NSQF aligned courses, the QPs and all. um, and at the same time, because we connect with the industry, we also understand the industry's requirement in terms of what do they look at in a fresher, in someone who has just started his career, what are the skills they're looking at. At the same time, they also come back and say that, okay, look, I'm looking at these many people in these many locations, and tell us, because they know that we as a central body is not only connected with the industry but also connected with the colleges, the training partners, and everybody. And at the same time, when we connect with the colleges know that whatever small, big information we have about the industry, it is a genuine, direct information which is there, and the colleges then try to participate in terms of getting the students placed through us as well. So, having said that, I'll go to the next slide. Um, I've also seen, sir, your college's site, because I believe that when I'm speaking with someone, I need to know that what do you bring to the table? What is your expectation, broad expectation from us? So I know that you're primarily a college which is providing wide variety of beautiful courses which are actually totally skill oriented for a youth from across the spectrum. You're talking about history, about yoga, about biotech, primarily about a lot of biotech, so that the moment the person does this courses, the person can get valuable placement. They don't need to go beyond the state of Kerala as well. So many of your courses ensure that the person gets, I mean, this is what I understood from your courses from your side, that the person should be able to settle in a meaningful job within the state as well. But having said that, just taking you through what the financial industry per se is. Um, See, the banking, financial services, and insurance sector is broadly regulated by three regulators. That is RBI, SEBI, and RDA. Now, RBI, under RBI, you have all the banks, the NBFCs, the NBFC MFIs, the microfinance companies. These come under RBI, the ones who take deposits as well. Under SEBI, you have those companies who do a lot of investment, the capital market and the mutual funds, right? And in capital market, you have primary and secondary market. Uh, Under IRDI, you have the insurance, all types of insurance companies, including insurance brokers, that is the third party administrators. So you have, so when I mentioned that, as a person completing your course in any of the science stream, how can you be in a financial industry? Yes, in insurance, primarily in health insurance, in general insurance, a lot of science students, right, find a comfortable fit, right? So there you have life, general, and health. Now, having said this, how does knowledge of financial industry help anybody? um, yes, you so there are sales jobs, fine. Again, giving a breakup of, see, if I'm talking about RBI, SEBI, and IRDA, and I'm talking about banks, NBFCs, capital markets, I'm then showing you what type of banks are there, what type of NBFCs are there, and in these, what type of roles are there. You have large banks, you have small finance banks, you have payment banks. Under NBFCs, you have those which are housing finance companies, you have microfinance companies, and those NBFCs which accept loans as well, loans and deposits, and give loans as well. In housing finance, uh, majority are those today which are giving those small taking housing finance under the Pradhan Mantri Yojanas. Those are the ones which are running. Why am I mentioning repeatedly this is, even if you're working or studying in Kollam or Kerala, or in just the state of Kerala, you'll have a lot of opportunities locally available in the state as final placement. But that will be like a microfinance company or a housing finance company or a small finance bank. But if you want to go beyond that, okay, beyond that into maybe insurance companies, then maybe you'll have to move beyond the state, right? Whatever roles are available, you have loan processing, debt recovery. So I'll go through this later. What I want to do is, first I want to talk about what is the usage of a financial industry course for someone who is not from finance. Okay, so this I'll come to later. um, Same goes for capital market. What is it? Mutual fund, stockbroking, insurance companies, life, general health, insurance books. So this all I'll come to later. First, I'll tell you why is it. Um, uh, how is the industry placed in terms of in connect to the BFSI sector and sector skill council? So all these companies, as I mentioned earlier, the microfinance companies or the small finance or the NBFCs or the insurance or the wealth, every company, they come back to us when we connect with them and tell them that, look, you are connected with states, you are connected with the colleges. We are looking out for these job roles in these small big locations, right? So because many companies are not able to reach those very rural areas or very specific areas where they want to start business, but they're not able to set up a shop in terms of hiring people, set up a full HR center. Then is that is when they come back to us. And we in turn then connect with the colleges. We ask them, this is the job role, would you be interested in it? This is the company, this is the job role, would you be interested in it? And then we ask the students to apply for it, should get shortlisted and placed. Now, why am I talking about finance to someone who is, as I said, not from the financial industry? um, uh, uh, as a skill counselor, as a skilling industry person, what I've seen, and it's my personal experience as well. No, though I have done my master's in finance, but my personal experience is that when a person who's highly educated, yes, but not from finance, they start their work. Of course, they suddenly start earning. Typically in India, till now, it's not been like, you're earning constantly and learning. You are learning, and once you stop your chunk of learning, then you start your earning. um, any and everybody should have financial literacy. The way digital literacy is there, which the ministry talks about. Similarly, the ministry also talks about financial literacy. So, yeah, if we talk to even a small group of women, SHG, or we talk to those who have not been included, unbanked janta, we always talk about digital literacy and financial literacy. So, any person um, who is starting their work should be having financial literacy. Now, what does it mean? What does financial literacy mean? Does it mean that you should know how to count, or does it know that you should know bank what it is? No, financial literacy means you should know what are the various products in the market broadly, because when you earn as a person, you'll earn 15, 20, 30, 35, whatever thousand. Okay, you should know what you have to do with this money, right? As typical Indians, we love to save and we love to spend as well. But if there is not right guidance, the youth ends up spending in the initial phase. Whereas any if you talk to any investment advisor, okay, a genuine investment advisor, they'll say that the younger you start, the better it is for you when you grow in life. So every person should know what do you have to do with their money. What do they have to do when they get some money in their hand, because they don't have any dependents. They don't have to, at the most they'll have to contribute something at home, because okay, parents have said, you better, you have to give some money at home. Now that you have started earning, you can't just spend everything. Um, here here is where we talk about so even skilling opportunities, I'll talk about it later. Here is this where this program comes in, the basics of banking, insurance, and investments. Why do we talk about this to those students who don't have financial industry knowledge? Why? Because this gives them a basic knowledge about the banking industry. Basics in banking insurance, it gives you basic understanding of what products are, how to go about using the products, what are the returns from the products, how as an individual you can plan out your money. Yeah, basic personal finance, you plan out your money. At the same time, when you do these courses, you also understand whether you have a knack for financial industry. So instead of blindly going into any industry, you should first do those small courses and understand whether you know the industry, you understand the industry, and whether you will fit in industry. Beyond, it's a secondary thing that in the financial industry. Now I'll come back to the roles, the jobs that you get. The jobs that you get in the industry, they are such that initially they will pay you regular amount, like 12,000, 50,000 a month. But the career graph in the financial industry is a sustained thing. Financial industry, second, only takes those people who are serious about the industry. But as I said, you don't have to be a number cruncher. No, you have to just have attitude, skill, and knowledge. So if you are a person who's done, example, what do I say? Example, okay, very different example. You have done your degree or your diploma in yoga. Okay, now you join a fitness company, right? You need to understand um, how does it run, or what are the numbers, how does it attract the people, right? Or when you have to deal with the finance there, how do you go about it? So very vague, very random, but what I'm trying to say is that any and everybody needs to know about finance. And if you want to go into financial industry, you have to get the knowledge, skilling you will get, and it's the attitude that matters. And what are the jobs in this industry? What are the jobs in the industry? I'll go to insurance, because for a non-financial company person, primary roles. Okay, and especially if you are from science, primary roles are more in insurance companies. That is general insurance, health insurance, insurance broking as well, because every company takes people like underwriters, or people who are in the underwriting team, actuarial people. These all require people who are from the science stream. Even your surveyors and assessors need to understand if you're doing a health claim survey. So these are the companies where you, yes, get job roles. Yes, you might get in your state. But again, here you need to understand, if you, even if you go for these, even if you're a customer service officer and you have a science background, you still need to understand, what are the numbers. If you're processing a claim, you need to know that, fine, he's taken a 1 lakh rupees policy and had paid 3 premiums and had put in this much claim. So how do I calculate it, right? So is why I said you have to understand basics. Any and everybody has to understand what is the basics, what is basics of banking insurance. So there are two prongs. One, for your personal finance, you need to know what does this industry entail. Second, if you want to go into this industry, again you need to know this industry basics. You have to basically do this is one way, where you do a short course and you take a certification and you understand that, fine, where do I stand. So in Hindi you say, I don't know whether you understand, in Hindi you say कितने पानी में है हम, हमको समझ में आता है हम अगर ये assessment लेते हैं तो. So that's how it is. You understand whether you understand this industry or not. And financial industry touches you at every level in your life. Second thing, because this college is already running NSQ of aligned courses, right? There, maybe they can, as a college, you can also embed few of these QPs. I'll tell you which ones. The life insurance, the general insurance, the microfinance, loan processing, debt recovery. I think these are the few QPs which the college can embed, or maybe the students can be taught. Then they can go for specific certification. So these are all NSQ of aligned QPs, qualification packs, which a student can study and also take their certifications on. I think the professors will understand this more rather than the students. Maybe they can teach the students later. Second, your business correspondent, business facilitator. So these are the various specific job role related QPs which they can do. But I would again insist, any and everybody who is not from financial industry should do this, should understand where do they stand. Then of course you have your mutual fund NISM. Um, I'm now taking you. So having said about what it is, what does the financial industry entail? In fact, even today, if you go to any job site like a Naukri.com, just go to random. I'm not going to like open it now here. Even if you go to Naukri.com, the first biggest sector of the job opportunities is fintech. After that, no, sorry, technology, not even fintech. Fintech comes under finance. Is technology. After that, it is financial industry. So the job opportunities per se in a financial industry come is second only to technology. And in the financial industry, as I said, and in every stream person has a role to play. So but for that you have to understand the financial industry, what it is, how it is. uh, okay, having said that, just taking you through few of the jobs which are currently available. So I'm talking about a typical small finance bank job role which pays from 11,000 to 16,000 to a person. This is for a graduate. I'm talking about a role which requires minimum 12th, but I know that this company will be happy with graduates. Relationship officers across the country. Even if you do a 1 year 1 year job, if you do a 1 year, just 1 year's job in this industry, you will get the hang of this industry. You understand the products, you learn the products. So we tell every student, irrespective of whatever you have done in life, go into at least financial industry once, understand the products. In 1 year the company will teach you everything, all the products, what it is, how it is. You can be your own personal financial advisor. Example is this, Capital Trust is one which has come up with a lot of job roles. A lot of microfinance companies from south, you have Bellstar and you have Samasta and all that, but then there's Annapurna Finance again. These companies typically give you around minimum 15,000, maximum 15,000 per month, plus place to stay. So if they tell you that, okay, we don't have a job in your local area, you'll have to shift to 100 kilometers away to some other location. They typically give you accommodation, shared accommodation as well near the branch. They give you, support for food and all that, and the only thing you need to bring is the attitude. As I said, what you have to bring is basic learning, understanding about the industry, the attitude that you want to do this, and see, skill and knowledge you can gain. Attitude you have to bring to the table. L&T Financial Services, microloan officer. So these companies bring a lot of job opportunities in your rural areas as well. I mean, I always tell, if someone will ask me, Madam, how many jobs will you be able to create? So I always tell them, sir, we don't create jobs, nor our financial industry, financial companies suddenly sprung up in any location. Financial companies plan out. When they plan out to start business in a location, that means they know that that location has opportunity, right? And they are not run of the mill, fly by night operators, the big financial companies. So when they come, they will give you a stable job, they'll give you a stable way of learning, they will give you a stable way of career path as well. So my request to everybody will be, at least uh, test yourself by taking either the basic skill oriented courses. Test yourself by taking these basic courses in banking. Understand whether it suits you. Then there are a lot of opportunities available in the financial industry. And as I said, I'll just go back. Financial industry has scope for everybody. Your insurance companies, your health insurance companies, which are running very well. I mean, due to the past 2 years that the health scare has come up, health insurance industries are also growing, and their claim processing. So even claim processing for industry companies in insurance is big time managed by people who understand science, uh, science and numbers. That's how I would put. Sir, I would request, because I've kept it very focused to the fact that your college is a non-financial. You have a commerce stream, yes, you have a commerce and economics stream, I saw that as well. So for commerce and economics students, I believe they know all this. I'll just go back. They know all this. They know about the insurance and companies in capital market. I would want to just stress that all these companies, the microfinance, non-banking insurance companies, they all come to us. They all bring the entry level jobs. So for this, again, for these, like for a microfinance company or for a insurance company, what they need is, they need a person to know these. So if a microfinance company tells me that we need 100 people across the country, they'll pick up those who have done some course in microfinance. Because what they tell us that, ma'am, see, I need a student to be serious. I need a student to understand the industry, be serious about it. And then when I recruit the person doesn't vanish. The person values what we are bringing to the person as a company. Because trust me, even the companies put in a lot of effort in training people. And when the new employee, after learning for 15 days, just vanishes, even the companies go through loss. So it's important that the companies also see that the new joinee is serious about the job. And when do they see that? When they see that the person has taken effort to do these courses, has done an effort to understand life insurance, has done an effort to understand what is loan processing, has done an effort to understand what does business correspondent, business facilitator mean. They've done that effort. So then the opportunity of the person landing a job, the first job in a company, increases a lot. And I think this holds true for any industry. It's not just financial industry. I think this holds true for any industry. If you do even the specific things, the companies see your inclination. What we call in business terms is your skin in the game. right? You are putting your skin in the game by doing this. Then the companies also at least talk to you, shortlist you. So this is for the commerce and the economics. Even economics, I think you guys have learned about banking. I broadly saw your courses as well. I saw that you've learned about banking. You've learned about how the whole money market runs. But financial industry is much more than just banking and money market. Um, Huge job opportunities are in your NBFC MFIs, in your housing finance companies, in your small finance banks. So do look at those jobs and do complete those qualification skill certificates. And if you are in your final year, in your final semester, because I think now is the when the sixth semester will get over, I would suggest that if you have learned all this in your course already, at least take the certification from the skill council, so that when you add it to your resume, the company will see that fine, they've done this from a skill council and not from any general training partner, because our certification is based on the qualification packs which are approved by the ministry, because and the certificates are those. So having said that, I think I'll rest my presentation here. I would want you, sir, professors, or HODs, students, to please ask their questions, and I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, Anita ma'am. We'll just ask the students. Students, if you do have any kinds of queries or doubts, you can post the question in the chat box so that Madam would read it out and answer the question.